a facelift. Is that a common procedure?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's getting more and more common. Patients are getting younger and younger that come in requesting facelift, and all kinds of facelifts, a mini facelifts, liquid facelift, or the standard full facelift.
So who's a good candidate for a facelift?
Well, like I said, patients are getting younger and younger. Several years ago, the standard woman seeking a facelift might be 65. Now patients are, usually in their 50s, can even be early 50s. But like all of our surgeries, the best candidate for a facelift is a patient that is healthy, no life-threatening medical problems like heart disease or lung disease, no clotting disorders, and high blood pressure must be under control.
What types of facelifts are there?
We'll start with the least invasive and go up. A liquid facelift is just kind of a generic term that some people use for using fillers or the body's own fat to fill in areas of hollowness or to fill out areas of wrinkling on the face. So a liquid facelift can be formed with fillers and maybe fill in areas around the lips or the smile lines, the nasolabial folds, or occasionally areas under the eyelid. What's becoming more and more popular, especially here at the Plastic Surgery Center of Tampa, is to use fat that's liposuction from the body, using your own fat to fill in these areas, and that's a permanent solution.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Going up the scale, a mini facelift, many people use a lot of different words for a mini facelift, but when I think of a mini facelift is performed through an incision that's just in front of the ear and is generally a skin-only facelift, meaning the skin is the only area of the face that's tightened, and it's used to treat small areas of sagging along the jawline and small areas of the nasolabial folding. A full facelift is the standard facelift that most people talk about when they're interested in a facelift, and this can treat the mid-face, the nasolabial folds, the lower nasolabial folds, jowling, and marionette lines. And usually here at our office, a facelift usually includes a neck lift also. So the scar for that is a scar in front of the ear, around the earlobe, and then behind the ear, extending into the hairline.
Is there an age limit?
Well, not so much age restrictions, because occasionally there are very young patients who have lost a lot of weight, and because of that the face looks haggard or aged, and those patients actually may be a good candidate for a facelift. An upper age limit, it's all very dependent. So no, there aren't any hard and fast age limits for a facelift.
What kind of anesthesia is involved?
Well, used to, most facelifts were done under general anesthesia, but here, Dr. Perez and I at the Plastic Surgery Center of Tampa do most of our facelifts under local anesthesia or local anesthesia with IV sedation, meaning that the patient is awake or slightly groggy. And this decreases the major risk of the surgery, like blood clots to the lungs or the legs.
A full facelift, how long does that surgery take?
A full facelift. The facelift that I usually do is seldom done just by itself. So usually if I do a facelift, I'm doing a facelift, neck lift, usually an upper eyelid surgery, maybe something with the brows, and oftentimes a little fat grafting. So all those surgeries combined can take 2-3 hours.
Is there an average age for a client coming in to see you for this procedure?
There isn't necessarily an age range, but I would say typically people say that they feel they look 7 to 10 years younger. But really what we're going for is a very natural result where the patients are seen in public and their friends say, "Oh my gosh, you look amazing. Did you just get back from vacation?"
What's the recovery like from a full facelift?
The recovery time for a full facelift, like many of our surgeries, the patients are fairly uncomfortable for a day or two. If they're working, they can usually go back to work by a week if they're feeling up to it, but we say most of our patients are public ready by 2 or 3 weeks because the swelling and bruising can be pretty severe.
Does your office offer financing for patients?
Yeah, we use a company called Care Credit, and so a lot of patients choose this company. It's similar to a credit card, and it's a company that offers financing for cosmetic surgeries, and they have fairly good rates and repayment plans.